You know how sometimes you go into a bookstore and you see the book and something about the title or the design just jumps out at you. And I saw this book, I forget the name of the author, but it was called The Messy Middle. And as soon as I saw the book, I said, this must be a book on project management. And sure enough, it was about a guy an entrepreneur who'd built up some IT companies and sold them for a lot of money. So he had a reputation. But he said a beautiful thing in his book. He said, everybody celebrates the beginning of a project. Everybody's full of euphoria. Everybody loves to, celebrate your success if you make it to the end. But the true value of a project is, can you stick out the messy middle? Okay, that's where everybody else doubts you. Once you're successful, everybody say, "I told you you'd be successful." Right? If you fail, they say, "I told you you would fail." But very few of these people are there. You got a lot of spectators when you're going through the messy middle, right? So to answer your question about patience, the messy middle is about understanding that a marathon, and projects are often like marathon, is not about the exciting, when the gun is fired in the beginning and thousands of people around it. That's exciting, right? You're full of motivation. And it's also not running through the finish line. It's those 42 kilometers in between and finding your pace that you're comfortable with. And you know what? Your pace is your pace. Whether you're running, a 6:30 per kilometer, a 5:30, a 4:30, a 3:30, or 2:40, I think is a world record, or 2:45, something like that per kilometer. It's up to each one of you, right? But finding that pace, making sure you replenish yourself on the way. If you need to take a break, stretch out, but not to realize, when you're here to stay. I think that's the important thing. And that's a lot about, talking to yourself, right? I guess David Goggins, who's going to carry the boats, right? You don't know me. I think that resonates with a lot of people, although it might sound crazy. I think cowboys, have their own sayings. Like every project manager will have their own saying, get her done. Famous saying that I picked up from Joko Willink, a famous Navy SEAL, who's published a lot of books. He says he has this principle. Every time he's confronted with something unexpected, he makes it a habit. It's kind of a form of self-hypnotism. It's an NLP trick, a neuro-linguistic programming trick, where you fool your mind to accept the unexpected as something positive. Every time he hears something that he didn't expect, he says, good. We're not on time. Good. We lost a resource. Good. It's not necessarily that the situation is really good. It means good. I heard you, I understand you, but I see it as a challenge that needs to be embraced. I think it's a quality that's really, really important in all walks of life.